All right, here we are, day one of the Jarhead Jenny Challenge. So, the little backstory, Sue and I did what we call an inventory PFT on Saturday. So we're a little bit sore. It has been a while since either one of us covered 3 miles with any kind of intent behind it. We've definitely been out there for walks with the dogs and whatnot. So a little bit sore today. It's okay. Inventory PFT is a great thing to do if you're trying to figure out where you stand. And we did that. We'll talk about the results of that. Right now, just want to get into the workout, but you need to understand why we're doing what we're doing. There's a method to the madness. First day, we just put up the GoFundMe page, no donations yet. So the workout of the day is going to be named for my grandfather. No, the workout, Albert, is not named for me, although I was named for him. My grandfather, Staff Sergeant Albert Wismar of the 335th Field Artillery Battalion. Yes, artillery runs in my blood. He was in the 87th Infantry Division, now disbanded, which was part of General Patton's 3rd Army, fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Staff Sergeant awarded the Bronze Star. Kind of a hero in the family. Anyway, I was named for him. Who wants to touch me? So, September 29th today, it is Monday. We're going to do 3 full modalities today. We're going to do a core component, which my lovely wife, who's currently holding the camera, will demonstrate for us here in a second. So that is going to be 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off of 5 different exercises, and we'll demo those for you, but it's going to be mountain climbers, plank, flutter kicks, Superman, and bear crawl. So should take you about 5 or 6 minutes for that component. We're going to go out and we're going to do a stretch run, because like I said, we're a little bit sore from the 3-mile run on Saturday. So the cardio component, we're going to do it right out here in the road. Generally, I like to do it on grass, a little easier on the legs for us old folks, but it's kind of soaked out. We've got a little storm going by. So we're going to go out and do that in the road, but it's going to be a 60 to 100 meter stretch run, not a sprint. I expect to be at about 80% of sprint speed for this. So definitely pushing it beyond the kind of cruising speed for a 3-mile run, but not quite to the all out, like I'm dying kind of 100-meter sprint. 30 seconds rest in between each of those 10 iterations. So that should take you about 10 minutes to knock that out. So we're about 6 minutes, about 10 minutes. And then upper body, we're going to go through a progression that's called the Armstrong pull-up progression. Now you have the option, you may do either pull-ups or push-ups. I will demonstrate the pull-ups. Sue is going to demonstrate the push-ups. She's going to be working on getting through push-ups for her physical fitness test. But it's going to be 5 max sets. Now when I say max sets, you don't want to destroy yourself. We'll demonstrate it's getting to where you fail and then drop off. Again, this is week 1. We're kind of getting an idea of where we stand based off of the inventory PFT. So 5 max sets of either pull-ups or push-ups, and then 1 minute rest in between. With that, let's demo these exercises. So the first exercise that Sue's going to demonstrate is going to be mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, you're kind of down in that bear crawl position. You're going to start with 1 foot kicked forward, and the objective is to kind of run in place with your hands firmly on the ground. Go ahead. And you're just going to kind of kick those legs forward. Sometimes it helps to visualize like kicking yourself in the armpits. But yeah, good demo there. Okay, so the second one that we want to demo is just the plank. So this is the exercise we're actually going to do for the physical fitness test. I won't go through all of the descriptions on the Marine Corps website. I will absolutely give you the link for that. But the plank, you want to keep the whole body as straight as possible. You can either have your fists on the ground with the pinkies down, or you can have your hands flat. And basically the ending of the plank portion is if your knees touch the ground, or if you arch your back to the point where you're no longer in a proper plank position. But flutter kicks, you're going to raise both your feet off of the ground, and then you're just going to, keeping the legs straight, you're just going to kind of flutter. Almost like you're doing a swimming stroke.
All right. And that's flutter kicks. So 20 seconds of that, then 20 seconds of rest. And after the flutter kicks, we're going to roll over and we're going to do the Superman. Okay, so Superman, you're just going to kind of flip over on your front like you're flying. And then for 20 seconds, you're just going to hold the legs. If you can get the thighs off the ground, you can't really, I'm not going to go low angle, but she's definitely got the legs off of the ground there and the arms off the ground. Just whatever position you can hold with a little bit of tension for 20 seconds. And that is the Superman. So we're just going to do a regular bear crawl. Now the regular bear crawl involves traveling. So we'll probably have to go like to the end of the driveway here. But yeah, you're just going to get back into that kind of pike push-up position. And you're going to go hands and knees. Yep, nothing touches the ground except for the hands and the feet. Just throw those knees forward. So like a moving mountain climber, basically. And that is going to be our core progression. So once again, it is going to be 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Go through that for 2 full rounds. Should take you about 5-6 minutes to get through that.
All right, so pull-ups is the one, if you're going to try and do the challenge with pull-ups, I don't know that too many of the people are going to try this. If you've never done pull-ups before, it's a great thing to kind of work towards. They're a wonderful exercise. However, if it's not something you're used to, it can be a bit aggressive, and especially if you're a little older like us, if you don't have a history in the Marines or doing pull-ups or doing CrossFit or something like that, may or may not be something you want to try. I don't know if I need a disclaimer here. Consult your doctor before you start pull-ups. Anyway, I'm going to do pull-ups because I've done pull-ups pretty much my whole professional life, and so I'll talk about a progression that we can use. Now, we're going to use the same progression for pull-ups and push-ups, and that progression is called Armstrong. I don't know if it's a pun. People have told me it's named after a guy named Armstrong. I don't know. It seems like a remarkable coincidence to me. But it's a Monday through Friday workout. Now, little backstory, if you're doing the pull-ups, what you're supposed to do is, the dogs really want to come out. What you're supposed to do is first thing in the morning, you're supposed to do 3 max sets of push-ups. So right when you wake up, you're drinking your coffee, your water, whatever, 3 max sets of push-ups with a reasonable rest in between. That kind of sets up your shoulders with a little muscular tension for the day, and it really adds a lot to the development of your pull-ups. So if you skip that portion, you're really going to lose out on quite a bit. Highly recommend start your day with push-ups. I mean, it's just a good way to start your day anyway. But if you're going to do the pull-ups, the Monday workout for Armstrong is 5 max sets. You're going to rest for 1 minute in between each set. So you complete a set, 1 minute after the set is completed, you start set 2, and so on and so forth. Sue and I are going to do the Armstrong progression I'm going to do it for pull-ups, she's going to do it for push-ups, and we're going to see, I think it will probably work for both. Don't start your day with 3 max sets of push-ups if you're working on push-ups. Maybe just let those be. But proper Marine Corps dead hang push-up or pull-up, because we are trying to pass the physical fitness test. You're going to start, and you can see I've set up kind of a janky pull-up rig here. Your equipment may vary. I don't like using those angled handles too much just for building regular pull-ups. So I've made myself a flat bar here just with the Olympic lifting bar. But you're gonna come up, you're gonna grab the bar, and you are to come to a dead hang. So feet off the ground. You can see this is pretty low, so I have to actually pick my toes up to get the feet off the ground. But you're going to, it sometimes helps to cross the ankles so as to keep yourself from swinging, but you're going to pull from a dead hang position, so everything completely locked out, and you're going to pull all the way up till your chin clears the bar and back down to a dead hang, and that's going to be 1 rep. You can't swing, you can't bicycle kick, you can't, you know what, don't worry about it. This is just a regular fitness challenge. Do whatever you got to do to get over the bar. If you're doing CrossFit, kipping, pull-ups, good enough. Now, you're going to do a max set, you're going to rest for 1 minute, and you're going to get back up there. You're going to repeat 5 times. If you're doing the push-ups, let me go ahead and demonstrate those. So if you want to
rotate around. So if you're doing push-ups, now I think I'll have to review the standards for push-ups. I think that there's supposed to be an observer putting a fist right in your chest. That's what I did for Sue the other day, kind of threw her off for a little bit. But you are supposed to come down past where your elbows are past a 90-degree angle, and then back up to full extension. I have not actually seen a Marine Corps physical fitness test where they do the push-ups, so I don't know how strict the observation is on that, but I believe that's the standard. I'll go ahead and look that up for the demo for a future workout. But that's the workout of the day. That is Albert for Monday, September 29th. Let me know how you do with the workout. Those of you that are starting it today, wish you the best of luck. If you're starting some other day and you want to do this workout, be my guest. Love to hear some reviews on how you like it.